Hey there, let's dive right into this explainer and become junior detectives. We're going to learn exactly how to turn ordinary, everyday letters into secret codes. You know, you've probably looked at the alphabet a million times and just thought, well, it's just a list of sounds for spelling words, right? Well, today, we're going to completely change the way you look at your ABCs. So grab your magnifying glasses because we are going on a mission to crack the alphabet code. So, get this. Did you know the alphabet is actually hiding a secret math code right in plain sight? It's absolutely true. The alphabet isn't just a tool for writing essays or spelling your name, it's actually the ultimate code breaker's toolkit. Today, we're uncovering the hidden patterns behind the letters to solve these awesome mysteries called letter series. But you know, before we can actually solve the puzzles, we need to gather the right tools for our investigation. All right, to get started, we need our very first code-breaking tool, which is alphabet place values. It's super simple. If we write out the alphabet from A all the way to Z, we can just assign a number to every single letter based on its spot in line. So A is the very first letter, right? It gets a 1. B is second, so it's 2. C is 3, and so on, all the way down to Z, which gets the number 26, since it's the 26th and final letter of the alphabet. Whenever you're stuck on a secret letter code, you can use these place values to turn confusing letters into easy-to-read numbers. It's a real game changer. Now, we can also bend and fold the alphabet to create even more secret codes. Imagine literally taking the whole alphabet and folding it perfectly in half so the ends touch. The first letter, A, matches right up with the last letter, Z. The second letter, B, matches with the second-to-last letter, Y. We call these full reverse pairs. Or, check this out, for a half reverse pair, it's like chopping the alphabet right down the middle after the 13th letter M, and just stacking that second half right underneath the first half. So now, A matches up with N, B matches with O, and the whole shebang just lines up like that. These are super sneaky ways codemakers love to hide patterns. Okay, take a look at this. This is a highly classified page straight out of the official Codebreakers Handbook. You can see those tools we just talked about right at the top. But look closely at the heading just beneath those tools. It says Letter Series, and that is our main target for today. Let's break down exactly what that means. The manual tells us that a letter series is basically just a sequence of letters waiting to be cracked, all because they share a hidden secret rule. The official definition is a series of letters which maintains a common characteristic property throughout. In simpler terms, it's literally just a line of letters that follow a specific pattern. If you can figure out the pattern, that secret common property, you crack the code and find the missing letter. Simple as that. So I think it's time to put your skills to the test with our first real challenge. All right, here is your first official letter series mission. We have A, E, I, O, and then a blank line. So what goes in that blank? Put your thinking caps on for a second. I'm just going to give you a moment, see if you can shout out what comes next. Did you get it? Let's walk through it and check your detective work. First, we look at our letters, A, E, I, and O. Next, we look for that common characteristic property. Now, we could look at their place values, but actually, scratch that. Sometimes the secret isn't numbers at all. Notice anything special about these letters from, say, spelling class? They're all vowels. This secret property here isn't math, they are just the vowels of the alphabet. Which brings us to the final step. The missing letter to complete the vowel family is U. Fantastic job if you crack that one. Now, code makers aren't always that nice, right? Sometimes they like to make things a little trickier. So prepare yourself for a tougher mission from the manual. Let's see if you can find the hidden pattern in this series. E, J, O, T, and a blank. Now, these aren't just vowels. They don't spell a word. To the untrained eye, it literally just looks like random confusing letters. But hey, you're trained detectives now. How are we going to figure this out? To crack this one, we absolutely have to pull out that very first tool we learned about. Remember our place value tool? Yup, because the secret key to solving this whole mystery is the number 5. This is a perfect example of how math helps us decode letters. First, we find the place values for each letter. If we look at our alphabet map, E is the 5th letter, so it gets a 5. J is the 10th letter, so it's 10. O is the 15th letter, and T is the 20th. Now look at the next step. Instead of confusing letters, we suddenly have a super simple math pattern. 5, 10, 15, 20. The numbers are literally just jumping by 5s. So to find our missing letter, we just jump another 5. 20 plus 5 equals 25.
Finally, we look back at our alphabet map to see which letter is sitting in that 25th spot. And it's the letter Y. Boom, we cracked the case.
And just like that, you have officially passed your codebreaker training. We have covered place values, full and half reverse pairs, and exactly how to spot the hidden property in a letter series, whether it's a spelling rule like vowels or a math rule like jumping by fives. So now that you're official codebreakers, I want to leave you with a challenge. Can you invent your very own secret letter series using place values to try and stump your friends and teachers? Maybe you make a series that jumps by twos, or maybe, I don't know, one that goes completely backwards. Use your new tools and see what you can create. Because once you learn how to look for patterns, you really have to wonder, what other secret codes are hiding in plain sight in the world all around you?